Hey, buddy, what's going on?
G'day, Brent. What's
How
happening,
are you,
son?
mate? Pardon?
What's happening? Can you not hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, that's good. What's going on?
Oh, not much, mate. Just getting excited for the big game tonight. Should be
Going to be
good.
epic. We'll be able to break that down soon, and this is going to be our last one via Zoom.
It is. It is definitely.
From here on, we're
Here on in, we're in the
your
same room
basement.
looking at each other,
That's exciting.
and probably blind drunk.
That is exciting. Bit of Crabbies.
Bit of Crabbies, yes.
The sponsor, the new sponsor. Tell the people we've got a new sponsor, Crabbies.
We got a new
They've,
sponsor.
come on board.
Sponsor. So everyone get out and buy the Crabbies.
Yeah.
From the Highlands of Scotland.
Spot on.
Biddy's relatives there, distiller. Yep. They've been distilling for what, 200 years, isn't it?
220 years, yeah. So I was able to ring my great uncle, so that was good, and he's come on board. So Brent's going to try it. They've donated $25,000 to our podcast, so they're sponsoring us.
So cheers to us, mate.
Happy days, mate. Let us know. Live on television, is it any good?
Oh, what a drop!
Yes,
what a drop.
Made it.
What a drop.
Good.
Bit of a woody finish there. Yeah. As
well
said
described.
on the bottle. Yeah, beautiful, mate.
Well described. Terrific. So there's our first sponsor, people. Crabbies are on board, so that's good.
Sensational.
Yeah,
that's great.
The YouTube's dropped off. Just quickly, YouTube's dropped off.
Yeah. So obviously we've got no female subscribers. Otherwise, that would be right up wanting to see our mugs every week, wouldn't it?
100%. 100%. We're very good-looking units. Actually, on that, I got a photo sent to me this week.
Did you?
With a new nickname for you. So from here on, you will be known to me and a few of our friends as Jacques.
Jacques.
Yes.
Okay. Elaborate.
It was his birthday. Meaning? It was his birthday the other day, Mr. Jacques Callis, and there was a photo of his cricketing days, and it looked like you.
Oh, wow.
So you will now be preferred.
Same size arse.
Hey, wispy hair.
Wispy hair.
Yeah.
Definitely not the same cricket ability.
South African, both South African.
Yes, yeah. I have a lot of South African lineage in my family.
So we're going to call you Jacques. It was a good photo. I'll get it. We'll get it put up maybe on the Facebook or something. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I'll have to
watches.
I have to see that. Like, I don't see the resemblance at all, but
no,
we'll go with it.
No, 100%. I'll actually get it right now for you, just quickly. So, Pad Brent, beautiful. As they say in the industry, Pad, give the intro.
Excuse me? Intro? I think we're too far in for an intro. Oh, welcome everybody to the BSxchange episode 17.
There he is, Brent Nano, Jacques Callis. You got the same lips, the wispy forehead.
The half Chinese eyes as well. Well, the squinty eyes.
No, you squint a lot. That's where it come from. So the group message we have, there's 18 of us in it. Just potting you. Made that up. Made that up. I wouldn't do that. So anyway, Jacques,
that's 18 more than that's 18 more than the amount of viewers we have. So that's a good start. Maybe we should just telecast in that group chat.
I like it. So for all the people out there, it's going to be a fun episode because Brent's had a good week.
I've had a hell week. I don't think David Goggins could have survived my week, to be honest.
No, I don't think he could have. You've had a mare, you've had a tyre blowout.
Had a tyre explode. Not just blow.
You've got an employee laying in a hospital bed.
Yeah. So I'm up for manslaughter. That's good.
Yeah. Explain to the people. Explain it to them. What does he look like, the boy? How is he?
Right. So
how's he looking?
As we said last week, our good friend there, Boundsy, gave us a chop out last week and jumped back on board this week and gave us a hand on. I think it was Wednesday. Yeah. So at the end of the day, on this particular job, the water's not very good, and you know this when you turn the water on and it's bright pink, it smells horrible. And it's obviously something not to be associated with washing one's body.
Yeah.
I was looking for the fella at the end of the day, and he's walking down, rubbing his eyes.
Oh, no.
Said, what's wrong, mate? You got something in your eye? And he was like, yeah, I was washing my face with that water, and it stunk, and it was pink. I was like, straight away, I was thinking, why the fuck do you wash your face with it, mate?
Oh, no.
The poor fella continued to rub his eyes for the whole trip home. I gave him some fresh water out of my drink bottle. Yeah. That's how good a bloke I am.
No, yeah.
I told him when I dropped him off to just go and rinse his eyes out for a good 10 minutes, take a couple of antihistamines and sleep on it.
Yep.
I proceeded to wake up to a photo that you actually sent me that he had posted on the Facebook. And to tell you the truth, when it popped up on my phone as I was driving, I nearly crashed my fucking car.
Yeah.
He had tentacles.
He's got tubes in his eyes.
He had tubes in his eyes. He was rugged up. He actually looked quite comfortable. For someone who had tubes in their eyeballs, he actually made it look comfortable by the way that he was wrapped up like a ladybug with a big smirk on his face. So they either gave him some hardcore painkillers or he was just enjoying life a little too much in the hospital bed there. But
yeah,
the boy's all right now, so good to see.
Some would say he's a bit crazy in that. I think he lives in his car, so he's got a bed for the night. So I think he could have done it on purpose. The boy, he's actually just hosed himself in the eyeballs.
Got a free meal.
He's got a free meal. Got a free meal, nice bed. Probably got bathed by the nurses. He'd be having the time of his life, the boy, wouldn't he?
Well played. Maybe that's why he was so happy in that photo.
Yeah, that's right.
But yeah, on a serious note, yeah, glad he's all right now and up and about. But that didn't look too good.
It didn't look too good. And you do have a bit of fun with him, but like we've spoken about, the boy, he loves to work. He gets there early. Yeah. He changed your tyre for you.
Oh, mate, you can't fault the work ethic of the boy.
Yeah, with his big tattoo on his guts.
Just the decision making on using some water that's fluoro pink and stinks like shit. It's probably needs to be addressed. I'm not sure.
I would have thought so. It's probably going to that water will be used in his next bong next time, I reckon. So that's all right. Good on Bounder. We love him. We love him.
Oh, what a unit.
Yeah.
But you worked with us. You helped us out.
Yeah. And
how you feeling?
Nah, look, I'm all right. It's got the pec and the shoulders a little bit sore because of your high pressure hoses. You sort of maybe need to turn them down just a little bit to make it a little bit softer. Maybe it's because I'm a bit skinnier, Brent. It never hurt.
Maybe there was no insulation there that's usually there.
But I think my favourite thing is, right, something always happens when I'm with you. Like you, so as we've spoken about in the past, all the razzers flock to you. That's what happens. Like you can't deny it. No, they're everywhere around you.
I'm a man of the people. I shepherd them in. I bring them in.
You do. And so I look forward to working with you, and I haven't done it for 5 years, but I look forward to hanging out with you because I always know that something's going to happen. We were driving home, people, and we turned around.
Oh, this is incredible.
We turned into a street which is near where his workshop is, where the Brent's workshop is. There was, what was it?
I don't know. The only time I've seen something like that is when I watch a Steven Spielberg movie.
Yeah. So it's like an alien spaceship UFO thing.
On a dirt road too. Like it made it even more obscure.
Yeah. And he was just sitting there parallel parked on the dirt road, which is a one-way street. But he was parallel parked, talking to people with no face mask on.
Chris, what was it?
I have no idea.
Like Elon Musk hasn't made one of those. I don't know what that was.
And Brent's driving down the street, trailer on the back, machinery everywhere. And he looks at us as we're driving past like...
As if we're the weird ones.
Yeah. These guys, what are they doing? What do you mean, mate? You're parallel parked on a dirt road on a one-way street in a spaceship.
Oh, mate.
I don't know what we're doing.
I wasn't aware that fucking George Jetson was living around the corner.
That's what it actually looked like. Something out of the Jetsons, didn't it?
It was like a No, it was like a 3-wheeled quad cross motorbike fucking Land Cruiser hovercraft thing.
So the one thing you said there was a 3-wheeled quad.
Yeah, like it was a mix between a quad bike, but it was a 3-wheel.
Can't be though if it's got 3 wheels. What the hell? Line, mate. Demi, pass the line,
Statue of
mate.
Liberty.
Nah, but it was bizarre, wasn't it? So, and we carried Nobbies, which was good. He had a bad day, Knobs.
That's it. But
right.
at least you walked away without tubes in your eyes. So that was a good way to end the day. Oh, you're frozen. What's happened here? Oh no. So Christopher's frozen for the time being.
No, I haven't.
No, he can still hear us, but the screen's frozen. Can you still hear us, Chris?
I can hear you fine, Brent.
Okay, but your screen's frozen, but that's all right. It's like, just keep speaking. There we go. You're back. Nah, you're frozen. This is going to make great viewing for everyone. I'm going to have to try and make them hold on to the listening here as we try to fix these technical difficulties.
Hey, mate, how you going?
Good, mate. You're back.
What actually just happened?
I'm not sure, but you're still frozen. So, yeah, Chris has had some, because he's such a prepper, he's been fiddling around with the 5G, and it's maybe we weren't meant to discuss that hovercraft that we'd seen.
Can you hear me though?
I can hear you, and you're sort of back.
No, I'm back full time. I don't know what's going on. Everything's working on this end, 100%.
You're just smiling on this end, but it looks really good.
Happy.
But that's okay. Do you want to stop this and start again? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're back from the slight technical difficulties, but I can't even say that word properly. But anyway, Christopher, what happened, mate?
Fucking Bill Gates, I would have thought. Hey?
That prick.
That's to tell you why, because we've got mates that are onto him about his child trafficking.
Yeah, well, I thought he wouldn't have any time on his hands, too busy eating the flesh off children's bones. But anyway.
That's right. Yeah, because he's actually 180, but that stuff makes you younger, so... 5G, Brent. So I just want to go. 5G is the worst thing ever invented. NBN, worst thing ever invented. It just slows everything down.
Okay, not into it.
No, not into it. I don't know much about it. So, but anyway, let's go to on this day.
All right. Have you got one, or you want me to lead off?
I'll go first. You can roll into second. Okay.
Okay, mate.
So on this day, October the 24th, 1880. In 1880, yeah. So it was a long time ago. A man got caught drink driving on his horse and carts. He got his horse impounded for 3 weeks, cost him $12 to get it out after 3 weeks, and copped $1 fine back in those days. That could have bought you a house. 2 weeks later. No, hang on. 2 weeks later. So his name was David Unipon. He got caught using his wife's horse that was also impounded, but for 6 weeks because he got caught using another mode of transport when he wasn't allowed. You frozen?
No, I'm just trying to. I'm trying to work out which hole in the story to go with first.
What do you mean? No holes, mate.
I'm not sure horses and carts were being impounded back in the day.
They used to by the police if you got caught drink driving.
Drink riding, maybe?
Yeah, no. Well, you're in the cart driving. When you're doing harness
were
racing, you're in the drivers.
Were breathalyzers being used, or
no? They have to go on the line. One leg, stand on one leg. You know the line. Walk in a straight line. That's how they used to do it.
Right. Yeah. So you bullshitted your way through those 2 points easily enough.
I haven't. No, I haven't bullshitted once.
And then
David Unipon. David Unipon.
Unipon.
Yes, that's his name.
Okay, where'd you pull that one from?
David Unipon. That's him. It's on Google, mate.
Okay. Now, bit I was having a bit of trouble with there was $12 fee to get the cart out, but only $1 fine.
Yes.
Yes. So
That's
$12 back then. $12 back then, mate, would be the equivalent of about $12,000.
That's right. It was substantial. But the
But
other
only
option was to crush the horse.
But only $1 fine.
They weren't going to crush it. He didn't want his horse to be crushed. So
yeah, so I'm not sure about this one. I think you might have been swindled again.
No, I haven't. Yeah.
Okay.
No.
Well,
the only part of the story that I don't understand is how they knew he was. I don't know if the horse and cart used to have a registration plate.
Oh,
so that was the part for me. But look, if you want to look it up to all our fellow listeners, David Unipon, search him up. It'll come up.
Right. Okay.
Yep.
Well, there's some homework for you.
UNAPON.
Excuse me.
Mm-hmm. What have you got?
All right. So mine's a bit more legit than that one.
No, mine's legit as shit.
So on this day in 1901, the first person to go over Niagara Falls in a barrel and survived.
What do you mean in a barrel?
In a barrel. Annie Edson Taylor makes the plunge on her 63rd birthday by sitting in a barrel constructed of oak and iron, and it was padded with a mattress. Once the lid was screwed on, a bicycle tire pump was used to compress the air in the barrel, and she went over Niagara Falls, landed in the water at the bottom, and besides a small gash on her head, she was unharmed. Wow. She had previously tested it by sending it over the waterfall with a cat inside it. Now, legend has it, this may have been the same cat that was shot up into space last week.
Wowee, this cat has had a rough life.
Yes. But, so I'm not sure why anyone would want to Donkey Kong their way over Niagara Falls in a barrel, but, apparently it was a thing to do in 1901.
Yeah, well, there you go. You did a stiff shit off Frankston Pier and broke your nose, so same sort of thing, I suppose. No, it was a double front flip. Wasn't meant to be a double, though, was it, Brent?
Yeah, I lost half of my hair that day.
Over-rotated.
Timmy Worrell doesn't mind that.
You went in and you come out looking like Sam Newman's plastic surgery. Sam Newman's plastic surgery face you had on after you come out of that. It was just stuck.
Oh,
yeah.
that whiplash.
Good that day for you, was it? You were good at it.
Oh, it wasn't until that day. Never tried it again.
Oh, no. Yeah. So, happy days.
Okay.
What else have we got? Some Smiffarios?
I do. Well, you want the what ifs first or the Smiffarios? What do you want to roll with?
Whatever you want to do. You give me whatever one you want.
All right. Well, I enjoyed the Smiffario last week, the United States of Smiff. I'm looking forward to visiting there one day. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes. What's happened? What are you doing?
You were talking like a robot, but you're back now. That's good.
Okay. So since we brought up that Jetson story, a lot of shit's going on.
A lot of shit's going on.
Anyway, we'll get into it, We'll try and get this covered.
Let's get it over and done with.
Right. So Smiffario number 1.
Correct.
If you could snap your fingers and be transported to any moment in time, which would it be and why?
Easy peasy. 1966 grand final day.
Oh, bang.
Yeah, so I could shut every prick up about not seeing the Saints win a flag. I could finally sit there and say to all of yous, bang, went and watched it, seen a flag. Leave me alone.
Okay. I like it. It's not bad.
Yep.
It's not bad. That was an easy one. Smiffario number 2.
Yes.
If you were reincarnated as an animal, which would you like to come back as and why?
Oh, no.
What
I've got 4. Are you there?
Yeah.
I've got 4 bars of 4G and you kept drifting in and out, but I'm back again.
You-
What was the question?
Wait a minute. I think he's had a stroke. He's had a stroke, ladies and gentlemen, live on Zoom. On ambulance.
It would have come up on here.
Here we go.
Yeah, it's like frozen. No, hey, this is what we're going to do. Let's get into the footy so that we've got this live on footy, and we'll do another podcast tomorrow when the Wi-Fi is back up properly.
No, I can hear you perfectly now.
Okay. What was your question?
Which animal would you come back as reincarnated and why?
A lion.
Perfect. I would have answered the same. Why?
King of the jungle. Not much
Perfect.
threat. You're the hunter. You're not the hunted.
I like it.
Same.
All right. Got a couple of what ifs. We're going to run through. We're going to run through this on our way to the footy.
We're going to run through it. Let's get through it.
What if you could merge two animals? Which would they be, and what would you name it?
An elephant and a giraffe I would merge.
Oh, okay.
How big would that motherfucker be? How good would that be?
Now, would you have the giraffe as the top half or the bottom half?
Giraffe is the top half with a trunk. The trunk, and then the elephant bottom half. So basically what it would look like is Littlefoot.
Mate, that would look ridiculously funny.
Littlefoot. It would look like a dinosaur. And I would name it a girelephant.
Oh, I like it. Okay.
My girelephant. Yeah.
My giraffe.
I don't even know.
Here's a good one for you.
Okay.
This one, yeah, I'm curious to see what your answer is to this. Okay, so the Saints make the grand final.
Oh, exciting times.
You get given corporate box, all the works, all the perks. Okay? Now, the problem is...
Good question by you.
Your wedding has been booked on the same day and there's no way to get out of the wedding. Do you can the wedding and redo it all for another time, or do you go to the corporate box and watch the Saints win?
Tough one. But what I'll say, I would choose the wedding.
Oh, look at him. What a Casanova.
You know why?
Because you're going to be watching it there on your phone?
No. Because we have 8 listeners and one of them's Rhiannon and we can't go back to 7. That is a fact.
Plus, she does all the social media work for
everything. We've got to keep her on our side.
Our ever-expanding brand.
Look, I would choose my wedding anyway because at the end of the day, footy's only a game and the wedding night's going to be us all partying together, having the time of our life. Kids will be there. It's going to be terrific. So
yeah, and also that's probably never going to happen because St Kilda are probably not going to play the flag for a while. Mate.
Thanks, mate.
Shit. I wanted to touch on one thing.
Yeah,
we spoke a couple of weeks ago. I sent me sample off for allergy testing.
Oh, yes. How'd you go?
So it came back.
Yeah.
Yeah, the list of things I'm sensitive or allergic to was quite substantial, to tell you the truth.
Really?
Yeah, I had to print out about 20 pages worth of stuff. But a couple that took my interest were mistletoe. Yep. So apparently no good around the mistletoe, so don't be hanging any of that up over your head trying to lock lips. And the other one was
salmon.
Salmon. Yes, I eat salmon. I've never had a reaction before, but yeah, apparently I'm sensitive to that. So I'm not sure if this was a legit test or I've been punked. Yeah.
Well, I think it is legit because usually when people are allergic to salmon, they lose their fringe, and it looks like you've been eating a lot of salmon. Oh, got him again. Got him.
Oh, shit. So, yeah, but no, I'm glad that I inspired yourself to go and get the test done and waste a couple $100. So that's good.
Nah, that was really good of you. So you didn't inspire me to do shit. Is what happened was the missus then started texting your missus and said to me, because I was laughing to her about it. I was like, look at this list. Brent's a dickhead, blah, blah, blah. Giving you shit, just hanging a bit of shit on you about it. You know, oh, maybe it stunts his growth, all this stuff. And, you know, having those sort of jokes. And then 5 minutes later, she said to me, I've just signed this up. We're going to send the hair off and that. And I was like, huh? I'm not even addicted to anything. I'm not even allergic to anything, Brent.
Oh.
What's happened?
No, nothing. I'm just trying to work out where you got your hair sample from. Must have had to be beard hair. Had to be.
Pubes. Send the pubes off.
Set off some clippings, did you?
Love it.
Oh, well, that's all right. They're going to
Had the Brazilian and sent the wax strip in. So that was good.
They're going to figure out that you're sensitive to lice and shit. That's good. That's great. Pubic lice. Are you there?
No, it is good.
Oh, okay. There you are. Anyway, we've got all that out of the way. Now we can talk the serious stuff. Football.
Okay, 1 second. We've just got a race on for our thing.
It doesn't matter. You're going to lose. What horse you got on this?
I don't know.
Oh, this is a disaster. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you're witnessing the king of the syndicate. No, he's lost. Lost?
I don't know if he lost. I don't know what it. I've nearly ripped my head off then with my headphones. Right. Put all that shit to the side. The syndicate's gone. Let's do it before this cat blows up this internet system.
Yes.
Football.
Okay. Who you got?
Cats, 25 plus.
Wow. 25 plus, you reckon? Now, you're aware that there could be a monsoon rolling through.
Yep.
Yep. You're confident?
I am.
Right. Why?
Could be made to look like a dick. Gabba plays into Geelong's hands. They've got an average winning margin of 53 points there for the 8 games or whatever they've played this year. They control the footy. I know it's going to be wet, but I think they can do it. And I think there's more riding on Geelong winning than there is of Richmond winning. Geelong have got a lot Richmond have won 2 of the last 3. When the going gets tough, how hungry are they going to be? There's blokes in the Geelong side, Harry Taylor, Gary Ablett, Paddy Dangerfield, Gary Rowan. They're on a mission because they've never done this.
Harry Taylor has.
Nah, but he's fucking going. He's retired.
Oh, because he's retired.
You're right. Lockie Henderson, Zach Tui, they're the other 2. Come from Carlton to play in a grand final. Haven't been able to get there. I would say everyone on Richmond's list has won a flag. I know what your argument is valid, and I could look like a dickhead, and your argument is that it's going to be wet and they're going to surge and they're a scrappy, shitty team.
Yeah,
Richmond?
Yeah, and they just have those players suited for those conditions. The Gabba thing's interesting. I think a lot of that could also have to do with Chris Scott's experience there. He obviously played there for 200-something games and won a few grand finals.
Yeah.
So he obviously knows something that a lot of other teams don't know. For the Cats to be playing that well up there, I think the conditions. I just think that really, really plays into Richmond's hands. Don't get me wrong, Geelong are a good wet weather team as well. But Richmond they just have those bodies that get around the contest. They get those little slippery goals over the back. There's always someone there running off, kicking off the ground, punching it forward. They just scrap.
Yeah.
And then the experience as well. I think they got 21 out of 22 players who've played in the last 2 grannies or something. I think that'll hold them in good stead. I'm not tipping them by much, probably under 25 points. And I'm going with a smoky for the non-Smith. I got Prestia. Not a huge smoky, but I just think he's the conditions again might suit him, and he's due for a big one. He's only been back for 2 games, but he's been building up.
Yeah. The thing I love about this grand final is the powerhouse. So I'm really glad these 2 got here. I think so. I listened to all coaches last week pre-game, and I heard Chris Fagan say, "Yeah, look, they're a good side. We don't know how we're going to go. You know, we are excited for it." But you could hear the nerves in him, as if to say, like, should we be here? I don't know if we're ready, sort of thing. And then Ken Hinkley, what are you going to do with Dustin Martin? Oh, it's just a team effort. You know, Dusty's such a great player, and he's such good. I think both of those sides had stage fright. This week, when you listen to the 2 coaches, their confidence in their own game style and their own groups, you just see the difference. And I just think whoever gets their game on their terms, and I'm backing Geelong to have learnt from the round 17 game, I think it was, round 17 when they got walloped by Richmond.
Yeah, so they got jumped.
Yes.
And there's 5 different Geelong players playing than what played in that game. Very important players as well. And there's 2 different Richmond players playing.
So when we look at the Richmond players, who have come in?
You've got Prestia and Edwards. By no means are they slouches. So
no,
very good
ins. And who went out?
I know Arts was one of the ones that went out. And
so I would say Jake Arts actually kicked, I think, from when he came into the side, he was the only one that averaged a goal a week in that. So he wasn't playing that bad a footy.
He was playing good footy. I was actually surprised that he got dropped a few weeks ago. Yeah,
that's right. But then we go to Geelong.
So Selwood.
Yeah.
Ablett.
Yeah.
Rowan.
Yeah. So there's a forward line.
And the Simpson. Who's been cracking in nice the last 2 weeks.
Very, very
well.
well.
I can't remember the other fella.
Stanley,
yes, the ruckman. That's right.
Ruckman.
So some big ins.
When you look at that, you go, right. So without Ablett and Rowan, they would have been more. They were predictable. You spoke to me that night. Grimes just sat in front of Tom Hawkins all night. Just come up, third man up.
Yeah.
Constantly. Now there's going to be unpredictability. You can't do that because of the play. This week you're going to have, by the players coming in that you said, Selwood comes in, means Danger plays forward. So now you're going to have Dangerfield, Hawkins, Ablett, Rowan in a forward line that weren't there together. That's massive.
Yeah, true. And you get that relief in the midfield with Selwood and Ablett running through there.
And the difference that Chris Scott's done with their rucks has been unbelievable. So since Stanley's come back in, Stanley plays as the ruckman, pushes forward straight away. So if the other ruckman doesn't go, Blixarves pushes up and plays on him.
Yeah.
And he's getting mismatches in forward. So they've got like a 2-halved sort of ruck situation going where their wings drop back. I just think that, to me, Geelong have been the best side this year, because I know they didn't finish on top in that, but against top 8 sides, Geelong have punched them up, bar the Richmond.
You're right. They're I think they've had the best performances against the best competition, whereas Richmond have scrapped through and just got the job done. But that's what I'm thinking they're going to do again. Just get the job done, because it's what they do. So it's interesting. I just I want the romance story, and I want Ablett to go out with a flag.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a big hurdle to get over tonight.
It's a massive hurdle. They're an unbelievable side, Richmond. And the one thing too, if Dustin Martin wins this Norm Smith, he is nearly the best finals player, because did you know 7 out of the last 9 finals since 2017, so however many finals have been, 7 out of the last 9, Dusty's had 3 votes.
Which 2 didn't he have votes in? Collingwood? Prelim?
Yes, didn't get a vote in that.
Yeah.
And they lost the year before, maybe, to one of the sides in the first final. I don't know.
He didn't get 3 votes last week, surely.
He got 3 votes last week.
I think a bit of hysteria is applied to that.
Well, Nan Curtis should have got it. We've spoken about that.
I think first half is very good, but second half.
So it's hard, isn't it? Because people will say, so I sort of agree with you a little bit, but then when you sit there and break it down, he kicked 2 goals, he had 2 assists and had 24 touches, and the scores were 6 goals to 6 goals.
Yeah.
So he's kicked 2, had 2, so he's scored basically 4 times. 4 goal scores out of 6 for Richmond.
Yeah, so the influence is there.
Bridesmaid dresses.
Oh, bridesmaid dresses have just arrived.
Oh, beautiful.
I'll try it on shortly and send you a picture, Brent.
No.
But no, he's definitely a star. But like we've discussed, he can afford to be a star in that team, if that makes any sense.
You know, so you sent me that thing yesterday about Gary Ablett. It's his top 30 or whatever.
This is what I want to get into because I'm not sure.
You keep going.
I'm not sure there is another player in the history of the AFL that could go to a brand new club that was as bad as the Gold Coast Suns.
Yeah.
And he was single-handedly making them competitive in games with his performances.
No, 0 chance. I'm fully. You maybe a Lee Matthews or someone like that back in those days. Carey, not these days. Not these days.
No.
Not 5-4.
I watched one of those. I don't know what number highlight it was.
Mm-hmm.
But it was for the Suns,
and
it was only in 2012 or something when they were 2 or 3 year old club. How old were they? Yeah, not much older than that. So they were still ordinary.
Started in 2011, I reckon.
Yeah. So this was in 2013, a highlight. He had 40 disposals and 4 goals against the Collingwood side, 2 years out of being contenders in a grand final. And his Gold Coast side was up by 20-something points in the third quarter.
Yeah.
Single-handedly, he was making that team competitive.
100%. And so the one thing I took out of it, right, is I watched Dusty now, and he is probably my favourite player to watch these days, today, like Ablett always has been and stuff.
He's very dynamic.
He's unbelievable. But so every one of those goals that you showed me, those top 30 moments, Ablett had a tagger running with him.
Yeah, yes.
Everywhere he went. Kane Corns was there. Yeah. The bloke from News used to play on him all the Hooker, not Hooker, the midfielder. He's ugly bloke. Hocking. Heath Hocking.
Yeah.
He used to play. Like Ryan Crowley.
Yeah.
He was brutal. Like Ablett did it all with a tagger. These guys don't get, and I understand Fife and that would ruin taggers because they take them forward, but would they? Because they wouldn't have the input in the middle. Dustin Martin last week was unbelievable. Was leaving clearances, was leaving stoppages with no one around him.
Yeah, so I'm starting to think that maybe Dusty has a bit of a BO problem.
Seems like it, doesn't it?
Even at the most of the contest, there's no one on him, and it's not like he's hard to pick out.
Nah, and so Burn Jones played on him when he went forward, and Burn Jones weighs 78 kilos.
What a mismatch! Yeah,
78 kilos versus probably 90. I reckon Dusty would be about 90. But he's a stocky boy, and he's one of the better players. Tom Jonas had to play on him from Port Adelaide. They just got it all wrong and gave themselves no chances to win that game.
So how would you solve the Dusty problem tonight?
Okay, so I would personally, every time, if I was coaching Geelong, every time there is a centre square ball up and he's playing in the middle, Joel Selwood is going to him.
I'm thinking the same because Selwood's game isn't what it used to be. But
he's got broken, his fingers cooked.
I think he can have a massive impact by checking Dusty off at every ball up there is around the ground, and then let who you thinking go to him once he goes forward.
So this is strange. This is going to be strange. I would put Blue Kazavs on him.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So I'd play Blixstars because the one thing you will be able to outmark Dustin Martin because he's for starters, Blixstars is athletic as shit. Like he's very, 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 very quick and he's agile. And
so I think where you're going with this maybe is one-on-one marking contest with Dusty. The key is not to body on body with him.
Nope.
You're to
jump over the
top or across him, punch it, mark it in front of him, spoil it, whatever. So I think is that where you're going with that?
That's 100% where I'm going with it. Do not get into a wrestle with him.
No,
because he's strong.
Yeah.
And I would be saying to Blixstars, start a meter off him because he's not. Well, Dusty Martin's not explosive.
You're frozen,
like he's explosive. When you're talking 0 to 20, Matt,
but you're back. You're having a stroke.
I've got full bars on my thing.
Oh, no, you're right. I was
getting angry too. I just think you need to use the height and the versatility of someone like a Blixstars. That's what I think. Kolodajny's too young.
Yeah,
he's going to be a good player, and in 3 years,
he'll get outsmarted.
He will get outsmarted. So the other option I would have, and it depends how, is run Cam Guthrie with him the whole game.
Yeah,
that is the other one in the middle when he goes forward.
Because with that,
yeah.
What Brisbane did the other week is because he was killing it in the first half, they put Zorko on him to the second half.
Yeah.
Zorko nullified him going back towards Richmond's goal, but Zorko hurt him the other way.
Yeah.
So once Brisbane won possession, Zorko was off and Dusty doesn't chase. Dusty doesn't go past centre half. He doesn't go past there.
No.
So you got to hurt him the other way as well when it's your time to, but by God, if they get a quick rebound or you fumble the ball or it's a turnover, you might as well put a goal down for Dusty the other end if you're going to do that all day. So you're going to have to roll the dice at some stage, though.
You're 100% going to have to roll the dice, and you've got to back yourself in. And the one thing I would say is with Geelong's back line, so we're talking about today, they're ready, they're on neutral ground, it's not round 17, no one knows what's going to happen. Geelong's back line are so experienced. Harry Taylor, you must tell blokes where Dusty is at all times because you're on the last line. So you must say, hey, get to him. And whoever needs to break off and get to him because they can do it. If you stop him, you go a long way to beating Richmond because of who he is.
Yeah, I think going back to it still, I think today, tonight's conditions are going to suit the likes of Bolton, the Prestias, the Castagnas, the Riolis. Yeah, I can reel off another 10 names, whereas I can't do that for Geelong. There's probably three or four.
If it's wet, there is only one bloke that can do this for Geelong, and it's Patrick Dangerfield.
Yeah.
And it's going to the middle danger, and it's go wrecking ball yourself.
He's going to have, But like you just said, I think for Geelong to win, you're going to have it. One of those virtuous performances from Dangerfield.
Yeah, 100% going to. That is 100%. And I'm backing him in. And the other thing that I'd say is people always, you hear comments through the week and stuff that'll say, the bottom 6 out of each side will be the ones, not tonight. The top 6, the best 6 players for both sides are going to be the ones that win this game. If Selwyn, Danger, Ablett, and that top 6, Harry Taylor and that have good games, they will beat Richmond. And if Cochin, Dusty, Edwards, Lynch, Rewalt have the good games, then they'll be. It doesn't matter about the bottom 6 tonight. It's all about your top 6. It's whoever gets. Fuck, it's intriguing, mate. I can't wait. I honestly can't wait. No,
I think you're on something there. Definitely. I'm very much looking forward to it. I'm hoping for a good game of football.
I want weather. I just want good weather. Just stop raining and because I want to see both games tonight.
Yeah, Richmond's last 2 grand finals have been over in the first quarter.
Yeah. I don't think they can do that to Geelong.
Hopefully. If they do, I'm turning it off because I want a good granny. I don't want a fizzer.
I think I'll tell you something. If Richmond are a very young side, if they come out and belt Geelong tonight, I would say to you, that no one in the next 5 years will beat them in a grand final if they get there against them, because it'll be in your head.
Yeah, exactly.
You can't just keep flogging sides in grand finals and not build a reputation. So it will be, you need to beat them in a prelim, because if you get them in a granny, they'll beat you.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah.
Fuck Richmond. Fuck Richmond supporters.
Oh, God. The Saints' time will come, mate.
I just want it for Ablett, mate. I do. And people say to me, like, I had a chat to Rhiannon earlier, and she said, imagine if this was St Kilda and stuff and you weren't going, because she's Richmond. And I get that. And then she said, and Ablett's already won them, and I get that too. But for me, he's the best I've seen. He's one of the most humble blokes I've seen, where he could be arrogant as shit.
Yeah. It's just the fair. Look, I said it earlier to Demi. I said, look, I think Richmond will win, but for the feel-good story, I want to see Gary Ablett. No one else in that team.
No one else.
You know, I know he's won them, like you said, but I want to see him go out on a high with a premiership, because he has been the best player we've seen probably in the last 20 years, consistently, and we've had the pleasure of watching him. Pardon?
And fairest.
Yes, and I think it is a deserving way for a champion of the game to go out. And think about the year we've had, 2020. It's been rubbish. Let's have something happen that's feel good, gets the mutual supporter up and about, makes everyone happy. I know the Richmond fans will be down, but don't worry, folks. You'll win another few in a couple of years anyway, by the looks of it.
So the other thing too, to finish off with my thing, if you can get odds on Sportsbet, people, it'd probably be paying $1. I don't know what it'd be paying. If you can get odds on therell be a lightning strike and the game has to be postponed, lock it in.
Yeah,
because that's the fucking year we've had.
Exactly. I woke up this morning and I looked outside. I was like, it wouldn't have mattered what date the grand final was on this year. The weather would have been like this. It would have been.
Fucking unbelievable, mate.
This year has just thrown out everything. So
everything.
Hopefully tonight's the night. Something happens that just makes everyone laugh, and not laugh, just smile and be like, yeah, that's good. That makes me feel good that happened.
And enjoy it.
And I would probably feel the same if Richmond weren't playing anyone other than Geelong. I would probably be saying, I want to see Richmond build their dynasty up, build something great.
I 100% agree with that. I 100%, I would 100% be going for them flat out. 100%.
It's the Ablett factor for me.
Ablett's killed me. Ablett is God. He's the best midfielder. Like I said to you and Charles yesterday while we were social distancing, he's done it for longer than anyone.
Yeah.
Judd was probably more dynamic in the 2 to 3 years he had at West Coast, where he was just like you said about the Brisbane game. That was the best game of midfield football I've seen. Robert Harvey did it for a long time. Ablett has done it to another level for ever.
2003.
Yeah. So you had James Hird, you had Nathan Buckley, you had Michael Voss, all these superstar midfielders running around. And what they did was every now and then they would have a bad game. This bloke just didn't.
Yeah, the interesting stat about Gary Ablett. Do you know in his first 100 games, he did not have a game with 30 disposals?
That's right.
Interesting. Played majority forward. Yeah. But I thought that was an interesting stat. And since then, he's broken the football record for it.
Yeah.
He didn't even get one in the first 100 games. It's amazing.
You think with the world, the way the world is, Brent, you're talking about men with feelings and open up. It'll be hard not to get emotional not watching him walk off the ground. It will be very, very hard for me. Geez, I love that man. I love that he's doing it with Geelong now. Like at the end. Yeah. That's even better. Like if he stayed at Gold Coast, people have got to remember the year he did his shoulder, he was become third in the Brownlow and he missed 8 games. And Gold Coast was sitting 5th on the ladder.
Yeah.
Did his shoulder and Gold Coast didn't make it and it went to shit from there. I'm just so glad he's back at Geelong and they get him to do this. Like I just think, what a year. Go and get him, Ablett. Geez, it'd be good to see him win a Norm Smith, Brent, wind it back, have 40, kick 3.
Yeah, well,
fuck, how good would that be?
Yeah, I'm not counting on that to happen, but if that does happen, I'll give 2020 a pass.
Just like that.
Hey?
Would you vote if that happens? You've got to vote for Dan Andrews.
If Geelong win tonight and Gary Ablett wins the Norm Smith medal,
You'll
I will vote for Dan Andrews. I will be
Yes.
Dan Andrews positive. Okay? You've heard it. You've heard
John,
it here.
What a way to end the podcast.
You have it here live, recorded. All right? You have evidence. If Geelong can win, Gary Ablett wins the Norm Smith, I am pro Dan Andrews.
We'll be back tomorrow morning to have a chat about this.
That's how confident I am that's actually how confident I am that Richmond are going to get the job done.
I know, yeah. Have a good day, mate. We'll speak later and we'll have a message and we're going to have a Zoom tonight with Green, aren't we, after the footy? So it'll be a good night for us. And the next time you hear us, we'll be in Brent's lounge room. That is fucking exciting.
Beautiful, mate. All right. Cheers, everyone. Happy punting and hope the best team wins.
Have a good night. Enjoy the footy. Get up, Ablett. Boom, boom.
See you, folks.